Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, I'm going to react to a fun tour of American accents. Now, I feel like at this point, I can differentiate maybe 5 or 10 American accents. But when I sort of get to the South, I just think of, when I think of the South, I think everyone sounds sort of like I live in Alabama. My name's Kabir and I like to drink Budweiser, and I just feel like every Southerner sounds like that. But I couldn't really tell you, what an Alabaman versus a Mississippian versus someone from like Florida. I couldn't really get into the specific Southern accents, if you know what I mean. And to be honest, other than the Southern accent, I just think of the sort of plain, sort of Pacific Northwest type. I'm gonna go to McDonald's and buy a Big Mac and a Coca-Cola. That kind of plain American accent. I know both of those accents were terrible. So it's always fun to actually hear the sort of slight differences between the states, the regions. And this video here, it looks a pretty good one. The comments are all sort of quite positive, saying that she nailed it. So yeah, this should be a lot of fun. Let's do it.
Congratulations! You've made it through all 5 parts of the standard American accent tutorial. Welcome to the bonus. Time for some fun. I hope the whole thing's been fun.
Time for some fun.
But this, I thought we would go through some of the regionalisms of the country, because it's a huge country. No 2 accents sound the same, even if they're from the same city. So I thought we would start with, the East Coast, like New York. And you'll definitely get more...
Hey Tony Soprano, you from New Jersey. That place.
Of your consonants here, a little bit harder. Your T's won't be D's so much.
She's good.
Just focusing on New York for a minute, you get kind of this trumpet effect. I call it the trumpet. Of course, here we are and it's really crowded in the city. So you gotta make your space, announce your space. So if I say talk, the sound is going or out.
Or.
And I'm marking my territory, right? So then you go, come down south, and it's a little bit different. You don't take all that and bring it home. Bring it down.
She is good. She is really good.
Or you have your southern accents that we call it rhotic, meaning you pronounce the R at the end of the word or the sentence. So there are many different southern accents where you will pronounce the R and kind of lean on it in that charming kind of way, or the ones where you don't.
Oh my God.
Now in general, you don't slow down a little bit. You don't have to lean on something a little bit more. Because it's hot down here.
Oh my God. I love that accent. Whew. Whoa.
You don't have your accent fast. Don't pick it up.
She's really good. She's really good.
I don't have consonants much, You know what I'm saying? Lots to explore. And then when you bring it up to the part of the country where the land is wide and flat, you're going to get more of a wide, flat sound.
Oklahoma.
Your accent up in Minnesota, Wisconsin.
Yeah. Minnesota.
And, so that they call that the Midwest. I don't know why. Really the North.
Guys, is she accurate? Because to me, she sounds super impressive right now. Is she accurate? I feel like she is.
Or the middle. Maybe. Because at one point when it was just the East Coast, everything else was West. So you can get that up there.
The East
in general,
Coast.
It's like you can just pull the rubber bands of your cheeks wide and then two. And you go from ooh to wide, and that's fun. And then, if you bring it sort of to the West Coast, more like to California.
go surfing in SoCal. Yeah, I was surfing this big wave.
California, just get a little bit heavier, a little bit kind of louder, and just kind of here I am, Nothing to hide. I mean, I'm just here. And
like Courtney, Chloe.
Yeah, and then if you get really into kind of this now thing, you can even bring it up at the ends of your sentences.
Yeah.
Things like sentence. I wouldn't say sentence. I would say sentence. That's just me.
Sentence.
I tend to articulate a little bit more than that. But you can bring this kind of West Coast thing up to Oregon and Seattle as well. Some people in Washington say Washington.
But
that's
I've heard that.
Not kids.
Yeah, Seattle, it feels like that sort of region of the country. That is the Pacific Northwest, isn't it? Like, it has the most sort of like what a foreigner would think, like how we imagine an American accent. That's where it comes from, I feel like.
Would be of a particular generation, Washington. And these are total generalizations. There are infinite accents within. In fact, you get things like your newscaster, where you have a very particular training to sound like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Vary our melody quite a lot so that people can stay attuned to what we're saying.
Why do they do that? It sounds so disjointed, like you.
Because if we level off what we're saying and don't vary our pitch very much, it's a lot harder to follow what we're saying, so we vary it a lot.
I see. Gotcha.
Or you've got your flight attendant. Okay, thank you very much. Here, now if you just put your seat backs and tray tables in their upright and lock position for
She's
me,
good.
We'll get underway. Take a moment and find the exit nearest you, bearing in mind it may be behind you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Many different regionalisms. This is just a sampling. But the more you get into some of the differences, the more you watch and practice and soak it up, pause a movie or just sit there, it'll help you develop your ability to mimic, to hear a sound and know what your mouth needs to do, what your body needs to do in order to recreate that sound. So it can be fun to just hear something random, wah, and go, wah, again. Or, Bebo.
She's quite a character.
Different languages will help you too. Trois. Don't just say trois. Or a velociraptor. Rah!
Super impressive. She was really, really good. I remember watching an accent tour of the US like a while ago, probably like 2 years ago. And the guy in that video, he was also fantastic. But I feel like this lady here, honestly, I could believe that she was from all of the places that she did. Like, I'm trying to think of what was the worst one. All of her southern one was amazing. Her all of the southern ones she did were great. The East Coast ones were great. The New York ones were great. I think because I'm not from any of those places, maybe that's why I'm so easily fooled. But to you guys watching this video, like I asked in the video, were there any that you kind of knew that that there were some like key things that she said wrong that you instantly picked up on? Like, let me know. I don't know. Like she to me, I couldn't. All of them were great. Even her flight attendant one and the newscaster ones, flawless to me. She is really good at what she does. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.